Number 7. Introduced in 2001 and produced until 2004, the W8 engine was Volkswagen's ambitious attempt to create a compact yet powerful engine configuration. The W8 engine is essentially two narrow-angle VR4 engines joined at a 72-degree angle on a common crankshaft, forming a W shape. This 4.0-liter engine produced 271 horsepower and 273 foot-pounds of torque. Despite its innovative design, the W8 engine was only available in the Passat B5.5 model, with a total production run of just 11,000 units. The engine's compact design allowed it to fit into the Passat's engine bay, which was originally designed for smaller engines. The W8 engine was paired with Volkswagen's 4-motion all-wheel drive system, providing excellent traction and stability. However, the complexity of the engine made it expensive to produce and maintain. There is a fascinating fact that Bugatti's famous W16 engine is actually a combination of two W8 engines. The Passat W8 was also one of the few production cars to feature a W engine configuration, making it a rare and sought-after model among car enthusiasts. Number 6. Introduced in 1986, the Thema 832 was Lancia's attempt to create a high-performance sedan that could compete with the best from Germany. The 832 in its name refers to its 8-cylinder, 32-valve engine, sourced from Ferrari. Specifically, it used a 2.9-liter Tipo F105L, found in the Ferrari 308 and Mondial Quattrovalvole. This engine was modified for the Thema, including a new cross-plane crankshaft designed by Ducati to fit transversely in the front-wheel drive layout. The engine produced 212 horsepower and 210 foot-pounds of torque, allowing the car to sprint to 60 in 6.8 seconds. Thema 832 was one of the few sedans to feature a Ferrari engine, making it a unique collector's item today. Interestingly, Enzo Ferrari himself used this sedan as his daily driver. Number 5. Introduced in 1997 and produced until 2006, the VR5 was Volkswagen's innovative attempt to create a compact yet powerful engine. It's a 5-cylinder engine with a narrow 15-degree angle between the cylinders, derived from the VR6 engine by removing one cylinder. This design allowed the engine to fit into smaller engine bays while maintaining smooth operation. The VR5 engine was used in various Volkswagen models, including the Golf, Bora, Passat, and the new Beetle. It has a displacement of 2.3 liters and was initially available with 10 valves, producing 150 horsepower and 154 foot-pounds of torque. In 2000, the engine was updated to include 20 valves and variable valve timing, boosting its output to 170 horsepower and 162 foot-pounds of torque. The VR5 engine has a unique firing order of 1-2-4-5-3, which helps maintain smooth operation despite the unusual cylinder arrangement. Number 4. Designed by ex-Lamborghini engineer Claudio Zampoli, this engine powered the CZ Marauder V16T, a rare supercar in the early 1990s. Unveiled in 1988, the V16T's engine was a 6.0-liter, 16-cylinder masterpiece, created by combining two 90-degree Lamborghini Urraco V8 engines into a single unit. This innovative configuration was mounted transversely behind the driver, hence the T in the name. The result was an engine that produced a jaw-dropping 540 horsepower at 8,000 RPM and 400 foot-pounds of torque, allowing the car to sprint to 60 in about 4 seconds and achieve a top speed of 204 miles per hour. The engine's design was as unique as its performance. Its transverse layout helped keep the car's overall length shorter than most other supercars with large engines, improving weight distribution and handling. Number 3. Chrysler began developing turbine engines in the late 1930s, But it wasn't until the 1950s that the concept gained significant traction. The most notable application was the 1963 Chrysler turbine car, which featured the A831 turbine engine. This engine was a fourth-generation design capable of running on various fuels, including diesel, unleaded gasoline, kerosene, and even vegetable oil. The A831 produced 130 horsepower at 36,000 RPM and an impressive 425 foot-pounds of torque at stall speed. The engine featured a twin regenerator system that improved fuel efficiency by recycling exhaust heat to preheat the incoming air. The turbine engine also had a unique exhaust system designed to cool the gases before they exited the vehicle, preventing damage to surrounding objects and reducing noise. The engine's simplicity, with only 60 moving parts compared to the 300 in a typical piston engine, resulted in lower maintenance requirements and longer engine life. Number 2. Developed by the Roots Group and introduced in 1954, the TS3 was a 3-cylinder but 6-piston, opposed-piston diesel engine. This design was quite unconventional, featuring 2 pistons per cylinder moving towards each other, driven by a single crankshaft beneath the cylinders. The engine's compact size and efficient design allowed it to fit under the cab floor of Commer trucks. The TS3 engine had a displacement of 3.261 liters and produced 105 horsepower and 270 foot-pounds of torque at 1,200 RPM. It utilized a 2-stroke cycle with uniflow scavenging, aided by a Roots blower mounted at the front of the engine. One of the most distinctive features of the TS3 was its unique exhaust note, which earned it the nickname "knocker" due to the characteristic sound it produced, especially in export models without harmonic damping. Number 1. Developed by British Racing Motors for the 1966 season, the H16 was an ambitious attempt to meet the new 3.0-liter engine regulations. The engine's design was essentially 2 flat-8 engines stacked on top of each other, creating a 16-cylinder configuration in an H layout. The initial engine version produced 395 horsepower at 10,250 RPM, with later versions reaching up to 420 horsepower. Despite its power, the engine was notoriously heavy and complex, weighing around 555 pounds initially, which was later reduced to 398 pounds. The engine's complexity included separate radiators, distributors, and water pumps for each bank of cylinders. This intricate design led to significant reliability issues, with frequent mechanical failures during races. It joined Jim Clark's Lotus 43 to victory at the 1966 United States Grand Prix. This win remains the only victory for the H16 engine in Formula One.